It's time for Attorney General Eric Holder to step down, according to a growing group of Republicans who want Holder to resign over his gross mishandling of a failed gun-running operation known as Fast and Furious. Now, the White House has consistently ignored such requests, despite mounting pressure in recent weeks, but Republicans, they're not taking no for an answer. Now, yesterday, 40 GOP lawmakers sent a letter to the president, pleading with him to ask for Holder's immediate resignation. They were arguing, quote, "We ask for you to fulfill this promise to the American people because, like you, they are upset and deserve answers. They also deserve accountability on behalf of their federal officials, especially those who are unelected like Holder." Now, the White House has yet to respond to the most recent request. Meanwhile, Holder returns to the hot seat next month when he's scheduled to testify before the House Judiciary Committee about his role in the botched operation. But just how many blunders is he going to be allowed to get away with? Joining me now with reaction, the co-host of The Five. She deals with Beckel 5 days a week, Kimberly Guilfoyle, and Fox News contributor, the one and only. Is that a gun on your liberal shirt?
It is.
That is a gun.
She's finally coming around.
Coming around. I mean, well, there's hope for you. You're a gun-toting liberal?
I know. I bought it in Mexico illegally.
Well, we're speaking.
Perfect. Confess to some more crime.
Oh, no, first of all, everyone acknowledges this was a dumb operation. As a liberal, you acknowledge this was stupid. We have a dead agent as a result of this. You acknowledge this was dumb.
Of course it was. But
okay. Now, the timeline here, Kimberly, is what's important. Holder denied any knowledge of it. Then we found out that he had bragged about it previously. Then he said, I only found out about it in recent weeks. Then he said, well, weeks and months are pretty much the same to me. So he's obviously been lying, and they've been stonewalling the investigative committees.
Yeah, I mean, this is conduct unbecoming. It's completely unprofessional, and the Republicans are saying that he should step down. The numbers and the voices are growing louder in terms of calling for his resignation. I can't believe we're still even having this conversation at this point. I mean, the audacity for him to sit there and still be the most important, the highest-ranking law enforcement person in the country.
Why are you shaking your head?
Well, I think that it's interesting that not only the Republicans are wanting his removal, but the Democrats are just keeping their mouths shut. Nobody's saying anything whatsoever. Why should Eric Holder be the fall guy when this was a huge operation?
Because he approved. Wait a minute. He approved. I'm going to give you your answer.
No. You do not.
He approved it, and he bragged about it, and then he denied knowing it. He's lying before Congress.
Sean, let me finish. When an investigation, an ongoing investigation, goes on like this, it must go to the top, and there must be a signature by the Attorney General that he approves of this investigation. We have not seen that document, and it may not exist.
On tape, wait a minute. His own timeline is screwed up, because he bragged about it a long time earlier, number one. We have it on tape. Number two, he said he didn't know about it in May, and then all of a sudden we find out, whoops, he did know about it.
Why was this investigation even created, though? What was the reason?
Because we have dead border agents, because we're giving criminals guns.
The reason is because we have drug cartels that are bringing drugs across this country, across the border. We have Mexicans who are running into our country because they're afraid of the drug cartels.
Well, the Democrats don't want to build a fence. The Democrats don't want to deal with illegal immigration.
They just found drugs in Nogales under somebody's house and under the car. They built a tunnel. How is an electric fence going to fix that?
But that's a separate issue. We're talking about the competency and qualifications and ethical behavior, and at this point it appears unethical because he's either completely lying or he's incompetent. Either way, he should lose his position. He no longer should have the ability to stay in it. And he's the head justice official. The buck stops with him. He's the one that was in charge of this. And how can you imagine that he says, oh, I didn't know about it. Then he tries to gun walk it back and said, well, maybe I knew about it. Oh, wait, when I first heard about it was when it became a big issue in the press. What? This is the guy that's in charge?
Well, this is a large investigation. We're talking about, what, 20,000 weapons or 2,000, whatever it was thousands of weapons.
Why is the, wait a minute. Why is the most transparent administration stonewalling Congress?
We're not,
why are they
this is an
they are stonewalling.
Investigation.
Wait a minute. I've talked to Senator Grassley.
Right.
I've talked to Darrell
Republican.
Well, they're investigating it, and you know what? We have oversight in government.
They're in charge of the committee.
They're in charge of the committee.
And Republicans just want this administration to fall apart.
There are dead agents, Tamara. People died because we supplied the guns, and he bragged about it.
What was the reason for this investigation? Because we want to solve the drug cartel problem in this country.
No, the reason is we want to figure out why our guns ended up in the hands of people that killed our agents.
This is a witch hunt on the Democrats. This is what this is.
If the Democrats weren't stupid enough to do this, we wouldn't have the investigation. You don't give guns to the enemy or at least putting a GPS on it.
They're the ones that created the programs. Everybody get this? This is under Eric Holder, Department of Justice, Attorney General. It's his program.
George Bush did the same thing. He called it gun walking. He did the same thing.
He did not do the same thing.
We just didn't have agents die in his hands. So now, because 2 agents died, we should get rid of Eric Holder.
Why did Eric Holder brag about it, then deny knowledge of it? Is that lying, or is it just bad memory, or is it incompetence?
I don't know, and I wouldn't consider it necessarily bragging.
I think it's all of it, and he's got to go. He can't keep his own facts right. This is the leading law enforcement person in the country. This is the best we can do, and why would he be a man step down, have some personal responsibility? Republicans are going to spin everything. If he doesn't get his facts exactly right, he's lying. I mean, give me a break.
How do you brag about a program and deny knowing it?
Show me the orders instead of some emails.
Read it. I mean,
and he said
you obviously haven't read the facts of the case.
Operation Wide Receiver. He doesn't even have these investigations that he's in charge of, these operations straight.
We don't know the facts in their entirety.
Because he's sitting on the FOIA request because he's refusing to comply with court-ordered subpoenas, withholding information.
They're not court-ordered subpoenas.
Unethical, unprofessional behavior.
The law is they have 25 years.
What happened to the greatest transparency, the most transparent administration in history? I want to turn them over.
By law, they have 25 years.
Oh, we'll wait 25 years
after
till we're all
dead. After an ongoing investigation has been completed, they have 25 years before it's FOIA-able.
I'm going to be dead in 5 minutes if you keep aggravating me
You have nothing to hide, and you're for justice because that's the name on the door where he works. Why are you withholding information? The American people have a right to have the information and for him to step down.
So disclose all of the information about terrorism. Disclose all of the information, all this highly classified information.
This is not classified.
Transparency.
We got to go.
Disclose everything.
I like your shirt. That's about it.
And my FBI and the FBI pin.
That's my old FBI pin.
No, this
and your
one's
handcuffs.
More of our great American panels coming up next.